Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, here continue the journey of Generator Rex. This is Season 1, Episode 7. I cannot wait to jump into this episode. It feels like I've seen more than I actually have of this show because so much insanity has happened in this show, and I've only seen 6 episodes. Today, of course, will be Episode 7, and we have 3 seasons of this show, so I cannot wait to see how much crazier it gets because last week's episode had an insane third act in terms of all those nanites getting into that one guy's body who was actually working for Van Clive. I think that's his name, Van Clive. I think it's Van Clive. Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to these names. I do apologize, guys. I'm watching other content on the channel, doing other stuff on the channel, doing stuff outside the channel in terms of watching content. So I do apologize for misremembering or not remembering names. I do apologize. But he turns into this gigantic, like the biggest we've ever seen Evo, and the design is so creepy and uncomfortable. I even made a short, like this is a kid show because you see the tentacles like expanding out of the guy's back at first when he's getting infected with all those nanites. And this all stemmed because at the opening of the episode, we had this flying Evo that Rex was actually fighting, and he became overloaded with nanites. Like, there was too many in his body, and so he was losing control. Like, there was these bulging, like, gray, like, thing coming out of his head and stuff. Like, it was just too much for his body to handle. And all of this unfolded because he had to go get it drained out. And then they surprised the guy who was actually working for Providence, but not really, because he's actually selling nanites or whatever. So it was a whole crazy ordeal, but I really enjoyed the episode, and it was a lot of fun, and it pretty much proves that anything can happen in the show, right? And trusting pretty much outside of the small circle of people we're kind of following in terms of Agent 6, Holiday, and Boo Boo, and Rex, like outside of them and maybe a couple others, who knows who we can actually trust in this show at this point, because at any point they can turn on us, so who knows. But anyways, guys, I'm excited. Let's jump into this episode. Let's check out episode 7. Let's go. What the hell? That has to be a giant Evo.
Study the manual.
There's a manual?
That's a pretty giant Evo. Ooh!
Hello, Rex.
I think I've paused on Generator Rex before, I'm not 100% sure, but holy crap, I would never have guessed that that was going to be the result of this gigantic flying whale type Evo, that he was going to show up. Really?
Take him down.
They're not going to be able to. What is he doing here?
And that's an order?
What's going on?
Stand down. Now.
What? What? We're told to stand down.
We're ordered to stand down.
Why?
That device isn't to be touched.
What the fuck is going on?
United Nations, Van Clive of Avisus.
Apparently, they have diplomatic immunity.
As leader of Avisus,
He can't be touched. That is...
Van Clive.
It's Van Clive. I keep saying Van Clive. I'm sorry.
Psycho Evo.
Oh. Oh.
Cersei?
Ooh.
I'm here to propose a peaceful...
Are we actually buying this? Van Clive?
No, you shouldn't be.
A diplomat?
Unfortunately, we don't have a choice. Until he pulls something, you can't touch him.
So we're just gonna sit here and do laundry till he leaves?
Tree.
Six and Holiday are going to a party at the Avisus consulate.
This is addressed to me.
We need precision, not a blunt instrument. I'll reference this morning as a prime example.
The music. Sounds kind of familiar.
So that's what you look like under the lab coat.
What happened to 6?
Did he have to say that?
Something came up.
Something came up. He's mad. He is so mad. Good transition.
She may be with the pack now, but I still think I can get her to talk to me.
Trapped in your room. You're losing your edge, pal.
Oh my gosh. The split apart is kind of weird.
Rex, so glad you could come.
Oh wow. It looks a little
Would you
different.
do me the honor of introducing your guest? Sure, Cersei will be disappointed she couldn't see you, Rex. She's attending to other duties this evening. I'm here
What's
in part
that?
to make that known.
Or maybe you
Or-
couldn't get me to come to you, so now you're coming to me.
Be careful.
No need to be jealous, Doc. I'll be fine.
What took you so long? Crab cakes.
At least he's honest.
You look nice.
Oh, that's all you had to say?
Want to tell me what's going on?
Not today.
Yeah. Not good. She looks terrible for doing that. Uh-oh.
I'll see you all tomorrow at the assembly when I make my speech to the world.
Speech.
Good night.
Looking for the little chimp's room.
Oh, shit. Something tells me he can't break out. Nope.
I can put together an extraction team.
Not
Good
without
luck.
an international incident.
Exactly.
If Rex is in trouble, he'll have to get himself out of it. Sweep the UN building again. In a few hours, we won't
Yeah.
be able to go near the place.
Exactly.
Reinforced steel. Peekaboo.
Peekaboo. Oh. Oh, shit. That was good. Smart.
Cersei had this all over her clothes.
Yeah, what the hell they're doing?
Huh?
Funny how that works.
It's nanite-infused soil from Abyssus.
Oh.
How did this get here?
How did that get here?
Damn. That is creepy. My God.
Okay, no problem.
New
Way
problem.
to the elevator.
So that's how he's doing it. He's pulling the dirt in through breach.
Oh, boy.
No sign of trouble from Van Cleis. Yet.
What's the plan, though?
Abyssus has been an outcast on the
Oh,
world
shit.
stage. That ends today.
He's trying to negotiate peace from a position of strength.
Oh yeah, all this nanite power is just screaming peace.
He's here to save us.
No, he's
And
not.
you.
No.
Come on,
No, he's
Rex,
not.
jump in with us.
The dawn of the new age of Evo power begins today through me.
I ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
We can't get inside.
Exactly.
Well, you certainly know how to make an entrance, Rex.
He does. Yes, he
I'm not
does.
letting you hurt anyone, Van Cleis. I'm guessing this blows his diplomatic immunity.
Yes.
Cool beard.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna be that simple. Okay, okay. Okay, this is worse than I thought. Oh my God. Really taking... Oh, well, if he's up in the air, he's useless, basically. My God. Fire, fire, fire. Jesus. Those things are ridiculous. My God.
You've made things very
He's still fine.
difficult for
Whatever.
me, Rex. Delaying this will only result in more suffering.
You think you can lure me in with her?
Like a fish to water.
Pretty much, yeah.
I have to admit, Rex, you had me a bit stumped on this one. No!
I think the East River can handle a little more trash.
Smart. It ain't over. Yeah. Ooh. Wow.
I won.
Your parents would have been so proud. I've never had the chance to tell you about them, have I? Perhaps another time.
And there you have it, guys. And this episode went way further than I was expecting. And I do want to say, and I did say it during the reaction, it's not Van Clive. I've been saying that, I think, for quite a bit. I don't think anybody's really corrected me yet, because I have mentioned that I just am forgetful in names. I have the voice cast pulled up. It's Van Clive. I don't know why I think it's Van Clive. It's close, but it's not exact, but Van Clive. So, first of all, I wasn't expecting the opening of the episode to feature this gigantic flying whale Evo, and then he's inside it. I wasn't expecting that at all. And he's there because he actually has diplomatic immunity. I'm like, what the fuck? Obviously, something's going on here. Like, you know, this is going to end up bad. I wasn't expecting how bad it was going to be, but I was starting to suspect he's going to have a speech at the UN, he's going to take over. He's going to start, you know, showcasing what he can actually do, and he's going to be a threat and everything. So I can kind of see this happening. But it went further than I thought, because literally it wasn't just about showing off what he can actually do at the UN. It's actually like one of his, you know, Evos that work with him, the one that can create the portals. I forget the character's name. But we see at the opening of the episode where she's like standing there, and she's clearly like, you know, it seems like she's inside the whale Evo or whatever at the beginning. Like they're holding her up. I'm like, why is she tired or exhausted? And then you see what's actually happening, because when Rex and Bobo discover, or is it Bobo? I think it's Bobo. Like it's Boo Boo, or is it Boo Boo or Bobo? Anyways, I have to go back and actually listen. Actually, there's a line that he says, finding the, let's see here.
Which way to the elevator?
Yeah, and then they get lost. And he says the name. It's Boo.
Oh, what a delightful path you discovered, Bobo.
Bobo. Okay, just wanted to make sure. So Bobo. So they discover that something's going on here, because she's holding the portals open, and these gigantic green, like, worm creatures, like, really bizarre design too, but they're pretty damn cool looking in my opinion. Like, they're really crazy and creepy. They're like back at Abyssus, or I think that's how you pronounced it, like where he's from, and they're pulling the nanite infused soil from there and then putting it over under the UN, because that's when the worm shot up, and then he rose up standing atop of it in the UN during the speech or whatever. They were right under, and of course within the hotel that is his, because of diplomatic immunity, and it's his place of, I guess, residence when he comes to visit, since he has diplomatic immunity. And once again, like, it's just so weird that he has that. He doesn't have it anymore, obviously. I think they're going to revoke that, but still, is the fact that that's why she was so tired and exhausted, because she's just pulling like that was the indication, like that's all she's doing, is just doing that, using these worms, creatures, whatever, to bring forth, like, back and forth onto the United States soil from Abyssus, or how you pronounce it, and pulling that nanite infused soil into the mix. The action was very good in this episode. I love how Rex, and I get it, because Rex was really, really, really upset, because like he was told, because Agent 6 was hearing, what? Really, that's an order? And then they're told to stand down, because they're just fighting them all within the mouth of the gigantic whale Evo, which is funny, because I was mentioning how last week's episode we had a gigantic Evo, and then we open with a gigantic Evo in this episode. But they stand down, but Rex isn't listening. Of course he isn't listening, because he wants to take down, you know, Van Cleis. Once again, Van Cleis wants to take him down. And so he's not listening. And of course, his other goal is to try to talk to Cersei, because she's now fully involved working with them, and she's brainwashed in a sense, kind of, because first of all, she knocks out Rex pretty quickly once they're inside that party. Of course, Rex, you know, hit away 6 and everything, and took his invitation to go with Holiday into the dinner or whatever. But Cersei knocks him out, and then they have it to where he's in a sealed door, and of course Bobo gets attacked as well, thrown in there as well. And it's sealed off to where he can't break through. And this is one of the few times we've actually seen where it actually hurts him to hit something. Because usually when Rex uses his, like, giant arms from his nanites, when he's punching, he's just punching. And sometimes he doesn't do a lot of damage or whatever, or it's taking time. This is the first time we've seen him actually punch something, the wall within inside that little cell that was built for him specifically. And it actually see the damage breaking off of the actual, like, punch from the arm, because it had damaged him. And he was like, he was hurting. So the first time we've actually seen that before, so that was interesting. Seeing the action, of course, between him and Van Cleis, Rex, and everything was really cool as well, because, like, we've been waiting for this since the first episode of the show, which, of course, was a little bit ago at this point, timeline-wise. But it was cool to see that go down and how intense. I mean, literally, seeing him fall through that gigantic tall building was awesome. And the fact that he was just fine. He's like, whatever. And then Rex figures out water is the main thing, and they get sent all that soil and everything into the water. And then Van Cleis loses his kind of advantage, if you will, because he was able to bring forth all these, like, roots and vines and all this kind of stuff from the ground because of the soil that would infuse the nanites that he can control back where he's from here. And so when the water dissipates and actually destroys and kills it off, then he loses and he gets actually just punched. I like the fact that Rex actually just punched him in the face instead of actually using his nanites or whatever to form a giant fist or whatever, the mechanical fist to slam him. Don't think it would have killed him, but punched him right in the face. And then of course, he has to mention, well, I haven't really told you about your parents, Rex. You know, like maybe another time when he gets taken away. It's like, because he had teased in the first episode that we were both there when it happened. And I'm not sure what that referring to, but now when he says his parents, about referring to Rex, I'm thinking now that Rex was there when the nanite explosion occurred and that his parents are involved. Because I have been theorizing, since Rex can't remember shit, he doesn't know his origin, he doesn't know where he's from, he doesn't know who his parents are, that they were somehow involved with the nanite thing as well, or something happened. That's my only guess, that his parents are involved somehow, especially now that Van Clyce said, I haven't told you about your parents. Like, what does that mean? You know, what does that mean exactly? Like, how much do you know? And he's toying with Rex, because Rex can't remember. He can't honestly remember. And so it's kind of brutal. You know, it's kind of brutal because I think that's what really is egging at Rex, even though it's not really mentioned much in the show. It has been mentioned, of course, before, about how he just can't remember anything, you know, far back. He really can't remember much. Like, it's all blank to him. He has no idea. So it really is probably frustrating to know that you don't know, you know, what happened to your parents. You don't know how you became this individual who can control the nanites and be an Evo but not lose control. You know, it's unfortunate that he meets another one kind of like him, Cersei, but obviously not exactly like him. But she is an Evo, but she's working for Van Clyce, and the fact that she's kind of brainwashed, she's like, join us, you know, he's going to help us and everything. I don't think Cersei really realizes the scope of how bad this guy is, or maybe she just doesn't really care, right? And it's unfortunate that she had to choose the side of him because Rex was offering something more to her, you know, because when they met, he offered, you know, come to Providence. I know it's not ideal, but, you know, it's better than being a part of a group of individuals that want to take over the fucking planet and destroy everything, because that's what basically Van Clyce wants. He wants control, and he wants to basically be the dominant species, in a sense, in this world. And he doesn't care what he has to do to get it. I mean, we saw his plan in this episode. I mean, it was pretty intense. Yeah, I wasn't expecting how far this episode was going to go. To be honest, I was not prepared for how far it was going to go. But it worked out, because it shows the intensity. And as I was mentioning in the opening of this video, that in the intro, that the show has proven that pretty much anything can happen. Like, you know, expect the unexpected, basically, because there's so much going on within these stories and what they can do with Evos and the design of the Evos and the storytelling and the characters. I'm really digging what the show is doing. I think it's doing a very damn good job, and I cannot wait to see what happens next, because this show just continues to show that it knows what it's doing. It knows how to handle character, it knows how to handle story, and this was another good one, in my opinion, another great episode of the show. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, please let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to jump into episode 8 next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.